Hello guys, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and today I'll be going over the aggressive bubble loadout. So first, you're going to need Monte Carlo, which has the ability to give your melee ability back when you kill an enemy, and also has the Makarov chain, sorry if I said that wrong, which basically a melee ability will make it do 5 times the damage it originally does, or kills with that weapon. Secondly, for your secondary slot, I put on Python due to the 1-2 punch and feeding frenzy that you can have on it, and also for the double pump action I'll talk about later. Your heavy really does not matter during this, just due to the fact that you're not going to be using a lot. And then also I put on Worm God Caress just to have the extra damage with that 1-2 punch when I get a lot of enemy kills with this Sentinel Shield melee ability. So the melee ability will basically give you this overshield, the defensive strike, every time you kill an enemy with that melee ability. And since the Monte Carlo will give you that back with just kills, and also be doing 5 times the damage, it'll kill enemies quick, and you'll get your melee back very quick. So you also want to get your super very often. So I also put on pump action. So killing kill with your shotgun will do a lot of damage. You also get that 1-2 punch going, and you'll do a ton of damage to that enemy in general. So let's go ahead and just pop our bubble right here and show you a bit about how it works. So obviously I already have the overshield, and then you see me doing 5 times the damage. And as you can see, my melee ability is back, and I haven't even gone down a bit. And I also can always just run through my bubble for that extra overshield. This is why it's called the unpoppable bubble. So I run back in. Also, you get that weapons of light every time you go back into that bubble. So you will have the Makarov change times 5, also with weapons of light. So right here, I'm trying to get back my super. If you can see here, it's very, very, very quick because of that shotgun ability, and I'm getting kills with it. And I'm also getting my overshield when I get kills with Makarov. So then when I hit them with the 1-2 punch, because I can shoot that enemy, punch this enemy, and it will still count as that massive damage perk. So I'm going to be killing a bit of enemies with that shotgun here, doing a bit old Halo Reach, where you're not fully loaded, but you're still shooting. And then I'm going to be getting that high overshield, because I know there's snipers over here. And you also have to remember your surroundings. So you can see I already have my melee ability, shooting an enemy with a 1-2 punch, punching an enemy like that. I have my Burning Fist out now. If I just continuously keep getting my melee ability back, I can do massive damage with my 1-2 punch. So the very first thing I want to do is take out those snipers due to the fact that they will be very, very annoying. And also, punching actually does give you back your melee ability a bit quicker. I wasn't planning on ranking up, but I guess I'll show you exactly how to do it. That thing was actually meant to be by him, but I was meleeed out of the code. So yeah, and as you can see, that 1-2 punch is doing a ton of damage, especially with the weapons of light in there as well. So I'm also trying to get that Burning Fist times 5, but see, every single punch is giving me back a chunk of my health due to the perks from the subclass I'm using. So it's very, very useful. And you can see also Monte Carlo just absolutely shreds enemies and has the ability to get my melee back very, 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 very quickly. So yeah, I'll go ahead and give out a bit of other examples, which I'll be doing on Mars, due that's the checkpoint of the week in this week. So yeah, so this is why I call it the unpoppable bubble. So right here is a great example. So the enemies are just now spawning in, and I have my chafe times 2, which won't do too much damage. But as you can see here, I'm just completely shredding these normal thralls, getting it up to 5. And you can see the boss here. I'm just doing a bit of damage to the boss. You can see actually that's doing a lot of damage for that. And also I'm doing that now 1-2 punch, which does a lot of damage as well. But I also see I'm getting swarmed by enemies now, so I decide to leap over these enemies to try to get to the middle spot where I can then pop my bubble, because there's lots of enemies coming. So I actually managed to pop it on top of it, and as you can see here, since there's a lot of thrall, you can always just run back until I can get that overshield, and with 1-2 punch with my melee ability, have the overshield to go attack more and do that 5 times damage with my Monte Carlo, and it just completely shreds enemies. So the next example I will be showing will be the full Lost Sector on Mars, which There's the high one where you can respawn in. It's the one right next to it. So if we actually go ahead and run through the whole thing here, I kind of talk about more about how it works. But basically, you do 5 times damage with Monte Carlo due to the fact that when you get your punch, when you get your punch, you get your overshield, and then to get your super back, you can just use your shotgun, and then also hit that 1-2 punch ability, which then you can quickly switch to Monte Carlo and get your melee ability back. So that 1-2 punch will also grant you an overshield. Basically, you'll be able to run through like entire places with just an overshield continuously upon you. And then you obviously do have your bubble sticking in when there's a lot of enemies swarming you, but when there's not, you can always just run in, run back, and don't worry about continuously having to go through that bubble because of you'll continuously have that overshield because of Monte Carlo will be giving you that melee ability back as well. And then also, you know, it does 5 times damage. And also, this is a great teammate workout as well because of every time you get a kill with that melee ability, all of your teammates will also get that buff. And obviously, the bubble also as well will also give them protection against lots of enemies. So as you see here, I put it up that to kind of disorient enemies. That always works very, very well. Something also really good in PvP. I don't know how well I suggest this loadout in PvP, just because of it relies highly off of kills with Monte Carlo. I could see it working very well because you have a continuous overshield, and once you pop that bubble, you'll do a ton of damage. So I could see it working, but I'll try it out sometime, and I'll maybe make a video on it. But yeah, so as you can see here, that 1-2 punch, especially with that burning fist, does a lot of damage as well. And then I'm just going to be kind of showing you right here is actually a really interesting part. As you can see, I'm just sitting in one area, continuously shooting these thralls for 5 times damage, getting that melee ability back, punching them again, shooting the enemies, getting it back again, punching it. You can just see the continuous chain of overshields I get to have during this. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys saw this video as helpful, and if you have a better suggestion, go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.